we saw CM Punk go down to NXT and train with the kids down there and train with Cora Jade and
Yeah, that's what he was
Roxanne.
doing.
And even with when he was backstage at NXT Deadline, um yeah, backstage at NXT Deadline, he came next to Cora Jade when she was in the middle of an interview, and she was just like, I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you. But I just want to let you know that like I'm proud of your growth. This is your house now. You're on another level. Just want to let you know like you're doing great. And April sends her regards. And you could just see Cora turn into a little kid. And then next thing you know, he shows up to NXT, like the Performance Center, and he's coaching them. I want to know how you feel about all this. Like CM Punk making these surprises, doing his rounds. Do you think it's a show? Do you think it's a farce? Like, what do you think is up?
I mean, I feel like WWE is working really, really hard to make CM Punk look like he can be a good guy and that he's kind of like reborn.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's sprinkled into the promo.
Mm-hmm.
Did they not like comment on like maybe you have changed?
Yeah,
You
Seth did
know,
say that. Yeah.
I don't think that was. I think that was sprinkled in on purpose. And I think WWE is working really hard to undo the image that was presented in AEW. Because how else is like merch going to move, and how else are we excited for these sales if you
Mm-hmm.
guys still hate him? You know, I could feel the way I feel about Mr. Phillip, but he's still influential. These people in NXT grew up watching this man. That's why people like Cora Jade and Roxanne were so happy in that picture to be next to him, because it's just like, like, dude, I grew up with you. The people in NXT are younger than me. Like, I'm 26, guys. Like, people in
Mm-hmm.
NXT are anywhere from like from 18 to maybe just shy of my age, if that. Um, so I feel like it's smart because they might even like bring him down just because at some point in his career to NXT, and that'd be a great ratings booster. You know what I mean? Because everyone there is probably going to be more forthcoming with him, and I feel like the main roster just doesn't want to deal with Punk. And WWE's not stupid. Like, this is a company that's been around for many, many years. It's not like AEW. They're not going to stick people around other people that just don't like each other and tell them to work with each other. It's not going to work that way. And then like with Punk, he's going to be very reactive. So it's like, all right, let's just appease him. Let's bring him down to NXT. Let's just go on. Let's just go on a spree with taking all these pictures with everyone that likes him, and let's just demonstrate that, hey, like, people can get along with him. He probably does have a likable side, for all I know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, Philip. I don't, but he probably does. But I think that it works if they're trying to build him in a babyface light, which from what I'm getting on screen, even though it's not completely clear, feels like they are. It feels like they're trying to bring a babyface CM Punk so that if and when they book this man for WrestleMania, and I would love to know if he's gonna be night one or night two. That I don't know yet. But whenever they bring him, and if he wins on either night, it's going to be like a big celebration, like a big cash in, because I feel like there has to be an agreement between him and WWE
Mm-hmm.
that, hey, I don't want to have any strings pulled on me if I'm going to sign this contract. You guys have to stand on a few of your words, and I stand on mine. 'Cause last time I checked, I was doing great. I made your company look great, and then you mother effers fired me on my wedding day. So what we doing here? I can see that, but what do you think?
So I think that this is genuine. Here's why. WWE Punk was already bringing in six figures on merch before he made the decision to go to NXT. He
Yeah,
was already profitable before he decided to go to Deadline. Like he was already the number one and the number four merchandise seller on WWEshop.com.
yeah.
To be honest, it could be a one thing. It could be a thing where it could have been a thing where like WWE brought him in, just wanted to get some money, and then that's it. I don't think that WWE gets anything from Punk looking like a great guy because
Really?
they already have a bunch of people who can be great guys. All Punk has to do is just be there in order to be a draw. Because he was going through controversy in AEW, he was still a draw. But here's what I will say, and this is something that I brought up in the group chat. You know, when you're in a relationship with somebody and you're telling them, hey, you could be better if you did this. You could be better if you did that. And throughout the entire course of the relationship, they don't do those things. And then a year later, however later, they end up doing those things in a completely different relationship. Why? Because they want to be there. AEW was, like you said, AEW was Punk's rebound, baby. And you know where you always gonna act right? Where you wanna be. You know where
Ooh.
you're gonna wanna behave? Where you wanna be. I don't have to be told to act nice or be genuine when I'm with the girl that I actually wanna be with.
Tony never getting that ass back.
Never.
Nope.
Never. All he had to do with AEW was prove that he can sell merch and be a draw because that's what WWE cares about. And now that he proved it, he's back in the door. And so I feel like he's always wanted to be the guy that gave advice. He's always wanted to be the guy that the younger guys and girls look up to. But I also feel like once again, it's different. It may be different how the main roster sees CM Punk versus how NXT sees CM Punk. Because all the people on the main roster are people that were young and upcoming when he was doing his 2011 run, 2013 run, and some of them may have experienced him. Some of them may have peers in the other company. And then everybody in NXT, they were probably inspired by Punk to want to get into pro wrestling in the first place. When you look at a Roxanne, when you look at a Cora Jade.
Yeah, I can see
And
it.
so the relationship and the dynamic is different. But I just feel like everybody's saying, "Oh, Punk is pretending." No, I don't think that Punk is. I think that Punk is genuine because Punk doesn't get anything from going to NXT, but Punk gets the fulfillment because he wants to be there. This has been Plan A, to be in a position to be the WrestleMania main event, to be the person that people look up to be the person who gets the ice cream bars and is on the poster. This is what he wanted 10 years ago. And he positioned himself to get it 10 years later. And now he's in that position and he's happy. So that's how I feel about the Punk thing. But y'all can let us know how y'all feel about the Punk thing. Personally, I'm a CM Punk fan, but we'll see how all this plays out. But we're going to be moving on.